Welcome back to Make It Mental, everybody. So I've got my chassis plate all fitted in there nicely. It is notched out appropriately how I need it to be. And then I've simply taken a sharp instrument such as this one, and I've traced the front axle. This is going to give me the center point on this chassis plate, where I can mount some steering knuckles of some sort, whether I put them out here or in the middle. I put it in the middle, then I can use the whole axle, but it's going to take a lot further travel to get the same kind of steering leverage that you'd normally get if you put it closer to the tire and wheel. The closer you put your pivot point to the tire and wheel, the less notching you are going to have to do in here. Right? For example, here, something like that. And this is very sloppy. This is for a slot car. This was never designed to turn. This just happens to be a working model that somebody had designed for a Formula One slot car. I don't think the front wheels ever turned on that particular car, but this does work for that purpose. So the closer you get that pivot point into the tire, the less cutting you're going to have to do. So if that pivot point was in the center and the whole axle was turning, right, you're going to have to rock that whole thing a lot, back and forth, back and forth. So this is not glued in place yet. You can screw it in place if you want to. It's not a big deal. I think I'm going to glue it. I think I'm going to go ahead and dimple it like a golf ball on the bottom side, and then I'm going to take a smaller drill bit and punch all the way through it. Then on the top side, I'm going to dimple it again where all those holes are to make kind of like a liquid rivet. So to better explain what's going on here, let's see if I can draw this out real quick. Find a somewhat flat spot here. So if we're looking at a flat piece of metal, we cut away a section. Right? So we dimpled it here with our drill bit on one side first, and then we take a smaller drill bit and then we punch it out. Right? And then we're getting ready to glue it to our chassis. So we'll put our layer of glue in here, and ideally the glue would come up in here, then puddle up inside here, right? Creating kind of a liquid rivet. If you don't do something like that, chances are the aluminum's gonna pop off, because I don't know, nothing likes to stick to aluminum. Even silicone does not like to stick to aluminum that well. So you have to come up with a good mechanical fastener of some sort, or do something like I plan to do here. It's going to take a lot of work, but I think it'll be worthwhile in the end, because then I can sand it all flat, and then I still have room to drill holes if I need to drill holes somewhere in here for like the servo, ESC, whatever may happen. And it's not going to interfere with any screws that might already be protruding through here, right? So there's the next step in the evolutionary process. Think about the steering, trace out your lines, where you're going to be, right? Take off our axle here just to show you guys, right? So now we know right about where our axle is going to be. Move that. Now we have room to mess around with whatever we need to mess around with. You can glue this in place first if you want to. So there's no right or wrong way of doing it. I'm just sharing with you guys how I'm going to do it.